Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris. Welcome back to another episode. Very excited about this one. We have a lot of big news to get to. First off, check out the Miami Hurricanes. We're ranked 15th in the country. We won 10 straight games. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this series, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, I want to make sure we check in with Rylan and see how his team is doing with Virginia Tech. We had that epic game against each other early in the ACC schedule. And now we won the 10 straight games. We lost to Virginia. This one's tough. I want to see anything that stands out to me. I'm very excited about how things are going right now for the squad. But yeah, basically just a typical Virginia game in the sense that it was slowed it down and our guards really struggled. We are not going to win games if our guards get shut down like that. Our starting guards with Likes and Augustian, both of them have been really good all year. So a little alarming to see that, a little disappointing, not going to lie. But it's a road game at Virginia. It's going to happen. So, big news here. Let's get right to it. Larry Walters, go ahead. He commits to the Hurricanes. Excited about that. So now we've got 5 guys in the recruiting class. 4 of them have signed. Walters, again, the 132 national rank. Top 125 makes him a 4-star. So he's almost a 4-star, but he's someone we're really excited about. 6'7", 198. Athleticism comes back as an A. Inside shooting, outside shooting are both really good. And he can rebound. Very excited about him. That athletic 3-man, I'm very excited about him moving forward. I think he's going to be a huge piece. I was a little hesitant on offering him because we had our 4 signees and we only had 1 spot available. But I just really liked the things that I saw. And again, it's good to get in Georgia a little bit, maybe to establish a pipeline there. So I'm excited about that. But also I want to keep making sure, just looking at recruiting a little bit. It's a little bit different in the sense that we're already locked up, but I really like the guys that we have. We have those 2 top 60 guys at the top. We have Adario Brown, top 100 players. So we have 3 in the top 100. I think that's a very good way to build our program moving forward, not just for this upcoming season, but just seasons to come. And Mike Howard, I could not be more excited about him. He's going to be one of our top scorers. I think he's going to lead the team in scoring in the very near future. He's going to start year 1. And it's just a big time get for us. I'm very excited about that because we need power forwards and we get Boddicker as well. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with Boddicker. We'll wait and see if I want to start them both. But anyways, so I want to get to the big news, guys. Nysier Brooks. You see the red icon here, so he's injured. So I want to check him out. And he's torn his Achilles right there. So he's out for the season. Senior, disappointing. It hurts a lot for the squad because he was doing really well. A starting center, 9.1 points per game, 7.9 rebounds, 1.6 blocks. Very good defensive player. He kind of held our team together. I think he's been instrumental in our good start here. And so I want to see, he got hurt there. But I don't know what we're going to do. We have some decisions to make. This is very difficult decisions to make because our post players are struggling. I talked about John Boddicker and Mike Howard as signees. I'd love to have them right now. But we've been starting Dane Gack at the 4. He's a junior. And the way I've been looking at it is Dang would start next year at the 5, and I would go with Howard at the 4. That's my mindset. So that's why I've always been trying to groom Dane Gack, even though he's a guy that on this year's team, a guy like Sam Wardenberg, who's a senior, has gotten more playing time. And during their careers, I just wanted to look forward to the future, and I thought that was a good way to doing that. But now with Brooks being hurt, this really hurts the team. And maybe it's hard to quantify, but what I'm thinking about is we might go with 4. We might move Earl Timberlake, a 6'6" small forward. I like playing traditional 1 through 5, by position. But what I'm thinking is if Dane Gack's going to be our center for next year, maybe we'll go ahead and move him to the 5 this year, move Timberlake to the 4. So what I'm looking at on these scouting reports, I'm curious about these teams, seeing who they're starting at the 4, And it's, yeah, right here. So Georgia Tech's going with the 6'7" power forward. That's not, that I don't want to lose out big time on the size advantage. Again, Timberlake 6'6", 215. And so what I'm thinking is, if we do that, then we could go with another guard in the lineup. Go Isaiah Wong or Harlan Beverly. Okay, this is what I decided to do. I decided to put Wong in the starting lineup, give him heavy minutes. He was not getting heavy minutes before. I decided to make Timberlake the 4-man and make the GAC the center. And we're going to see how this goes. I'm very a little hesitant with it in the sense that we're totally changing courses mid-season. We've had a good team, but I'm worried that we're not going to be able to be as effective without Nasir Brooks. Again, a good defensive player, a guy that scored 9 points a game. I could move senior Rodney Miller up in that center spot and keep everything the same. Or maybe go GAC at center, Wardenberg at small forward or at power forward and keep everything the same. I just don't like the production, the scoring production with two guys at the post position averaging about 4 points a game. And so that's why I decided to make the move. And those were the minutes allotment. And again, we had to make some changes with offensive strategies. We're going with more motion offense, more 5-out. And then I did less on the high post offense. We only work on that a little bit right now. And also I took triangle down a little bit too. And defensive strategies, I added, instead of the 1-3-1 zone, I'm going to a 2-3 zone, and that percentage has gone up as well. We were running man about 80% of the time, and now it's down to 70. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to see how this goes. A lot goes into it. Trying to find the right combination of players is not easy. Again, I'm thinking about not just this year, but I want to build for the future as well. So I want to get those minutes. But the big thing is the guards, Isaiah Wong and Harlan Beverly. I wanted to get their minutes up for the future, and I think this is a way to do it. I think we had a tournament team for sure with Brooks in there. So let's look. This is we played the next 5 games. It's February 1st. We jumped ahead 2 weeks. We did okay. We got a couple wins and then we had a couple losses. With this new lineup, we dropped to 17-5 now. We're ranked 17th. RPI is good, top 30. We're still looking like a tournament team. Although we have a huge stretch of games coming up. We've got Louisville, ranked 10th. We played Duke twice to end the year. They're ranked 5th. And then with North Carolina as well. So we have a tough stretch of games. It was going to be tough regardless who was on our team. It makes it harder without Brooks. But I'm a little hesitant exactly what to do. Drop in the comments if you guys are watching this right now and you have a comment. What do you do if Brooks goes down? Who's your 5? Again, let's not just think about this year, but think about the future as well. Or maybe you just want to worry about this year. Maybe you go Miller or Wardenberg to make a smoother transition and see how that goes. The only thing is you get Wong and Beverly cut back on their minutes, and you make your power forwards get a lot more minutes. I want to look at Wong to see how he did during this 4-game stretch in the starting lineup. So his points, okay, first start of the season goes for 21 points. That sounds about like Isaiah Wong. He did really well when he was in there. So I like that. His scoring's good. And I'm moving him to the 2 spot. And I look at him as being the starting point guard next year when Likes graduates. So I like that he's productive. But I want to look at the other guys as well. So Beverly got a little bit more minutes on that allotment that you saw earlier. But Dane Gak's a guy too. And I want to check out Timberlake too next. Okay, so what's jumping out to me, so Gak moves to center and he loads up on rebounds. That makes sense with Brooks gone. So now he's getting 10, 15 rebound games. Scoring's okay. He had 9 points there. Still not scoring a ton. And that's okay. We understand what he is, but I like that he's being productive. But let's look at how Timberlake did at the 4 spot. So this is This is disappointing, and this was I was worried about this. The last 4 games, he's not getting the shot attempts. That's what jumps out to me there. 3 attempts. Scoring's down. His scoring, he's 10 points a game. It was a little sporadic. I mean, it's hit or miss kind of with him, but it's definitely down right now. And if I'm going to make this move, I don't want to sacrifice the growth and the development of Earl Timberlake, because I don't want him. He's such a key part of what we're doing. So I might make that move back if it's not working out. Again, just looking at the season stats. Here we go. We're through 22 games. Also, I want to check out the polls here. And again, you see where we're at ranked. We're 17th in the media poll. Coaches poll 18. RPI, I forgot what it was. I assume it's top 30. So we're good there. I feel good with where we're at, but I'm worried about those tough games coming up. So here's our update. So on January 28th, the SAT scores were finalized. Miami's minimum SAT score is 960, and you see all 5 of our recruits, all 4 of our signees got the test score they needed, so they're going to enroll at Miami, assuming nothing crazy comes up, so that's big time for us. But look at Mike Howard. Not only is he a top 40 recruit, and he's averaging nearly 20 points a game, got the 4.0 GPA, but he goes over 1,500 on the SAT. That's why this guy is going to be the future of our program, a very strong focal point with Earl Timberlake. It's going to be a great mix. Very excited about what we're building for the future with the Miami program and building this Miami Hoops dynasty. So excited about that, and excited about the rest of the guys. Boddicker is going to be a very nice piece. Adario Brown has a chance to be a very good player as well. He's that next point guard after Isaiah Wong, the way I look at it as it stands. And Larry Walters can be a very solid bench player until he's ready to step in and start. So very excited about the recruiting class, but I definitely want to check in with Rylan and see how things are going for Virginia Tech. Rylan, how's it going? We haven't just kind of catching up after our big game. How's the squad looking? I see you're 5-4 in the 9 games since. Just what do you think of the squad?
Yeah, so far I'm actually pretty happy with the results of this team so far. We're hold and serve at home. We have no home losses. Our away games, pretty much we've lost all of them but one. But the goals for this year were to be above 500, make the tournament, and be top half of the conference. And so far we are doing just that. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think we're showing some promise for next year, at least, definitely.
Yeah, and that's definitely exciting, especially, they're the only team in the ACC with undefeated at home. They're at the Casale Coliseum. What do you think the biggest thing, what's been working for your team, that you're in the position you're at? Because right there in the top half in the ACC right now.
I think when I look at all the games that we've won, it's games that we've kind of scored over 80 or been right at 80. So I think, for us, it's all a matter of getting points up. In the games that we've all lost, usually we're getting held into the 60s or 50s. So those are all the games we're losing. So I think it's all a matter of, when I'm kind of running that high tempo offense, and if things just aren't falling that night, then, it's just the way it goes. But when things are falling, we're kind of taking care of business. So obviously my guys like to play at home. Home cooking's nice for them. So I think I finish out the regular season with a lot of home games. So hopefully I can take advantage of that and keep it about 500 for the rest of the year and maybe make this tournament.
Yeah, that has to be the goal, making the tournament. And that'd be big because you talked about how young your team is. What's kind of the schedule look like coming up? I see you have a big stretch late.
I got 4 of my next 5 games are at home. So that's huge. If I can get those 4 home wins, plus our road game is at NC State, who we just beat by 22. So I could potentially get a nice little 4 out of 5, or maybe even 5 out of 5 wins here, going into at North Carolina, at Duke, and against Louisville, which is a terrible stretch. So I need to try to get as many wins as I can before I go there.
Well, good. Yeah, we'll definitely check in. And just how's things going with recruiting? We passed it, so we got the SAT scores back. That's big. How did your guys end up? Did everybody get their test scores?
Yeah, so my school requires a 940, I think. Hold on, let me double check that real fast. Yeah, 940. So all my guys passed. I had one who got a 960, so we cut it a little close. But, yeah, they all passed their SATs, so everybody should be good to go.
Yeah, so you're locked up, and then I've got I had the 4 signees, the 1 spot. So it seems like we're kind of done for the spring unless somebody on our squad wants to transfer for open up a scholarship. But, yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm glad that we're moving this along. We're both having good seasons. We got to make this tournament. And, yeah, we'll check in soon.
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll see you.